Every job seeker's goal is to succeed in their job search, and hence why today we are expounding more on some of the blunders that we make in our CVs that affects our job search successful journey. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing, and I am joined in this discussion by Evelyn, one of our CV writing experts, who will be expounding more on this subject. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for joining us.
Thank you again, Mary. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we are talking about successful job search, and we are focusing more on the CV being, I believe, the first stage of job search for every professional. Yes. So why? What are some of the CV blunders that hinders your job search success? And even before we dive into that, what is a successful job search in general?
Okay. So a successful job search, these are strategies that every job seeker usually has to partake so that they land their ideal job. Yeah, so this can be done by having a well-crafted CV, by packaging yourself better during the interview stage, also building your skills through undertaking various courses, also networking. That's by having a strong online presence.
So that you're able to package yourself all around to succeed in your job search journey.
Yeah.
Now, you've started by mentioning about CV, and that is what I want us to focus on. So in order for one to succeed in their job search, what are some of the CV blunders that perhaps you've seen hindering the successful job search of candidates?
Okay, there are actually so many, but I'll focus on the main ones, which usually hinder a lot of candidates from being called in for an interview. So number one, we have this issue of the employment gaps. So most professionals, when it comes to tweaking their CVs, sometimes they just assume this recruiter will know I took a break. Then when they call me in the interview stage, they'll ask me, okay, what did you do there? That's usually wrong. Normally, you're supposed to highlight. So if you took a break to go on for further studies, maybe a master's, maybe you did a bachelor's, that needs to be highlighted. So if it's not highlighted, they won't assume, oh, we'll call her in for an interview and then we ask her. No, that information usually has to be put. So a lot of candidates usually fall short on this aspect because there should be no employment gaps in the CV. So there's a way that bit is crafted so that it increases a person's chances. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so that's point number one. Then point number two, we have the issue of grammatical errors. So a lot of people, maybe they're rushing to meet a deadline. So when they've shared that CV, they didn't counter-check their work. So let me give you a scenario here. This is an accountant who will also be doubling up as an auditor. And remember, an auditor, you need to be keen to detail. So if the first thing they notice is a lot of those errors, they'll be like, this person won't be able to do the right audits for us. So that they already put you off on that first instance. Yet this person may have been highly qualified, but the plenty of errors that were already highlighted already gave this recruiter an impression, and that was a negative one. Yeah, so that's also the other bit.
Grammatical errors.
Thank you, yes, grammatical errors. The other bit, we have the lack of having quantifiable results. So by this, I mean the achievements. So most people will outline their roles, but then it's not just a matter of outlining the roles. This recruiter will also want to know, as a result of you undertaking those roles, what did you accomplish? Yeah. And this is a good example is a sales role. You can't apply a sales role without outlining what you achieved. And normally they have to be quantifiable. So if you attained a target, you also indicate, did you make 1 million? Did you make 1 billion? If you improved the turnaround as well, you also include the percentage, the exact percentage. Because that speaks volume about a professional.
So failing to really quantify the achievements.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the last one, this one is for tailoring the CV to suit specific adverts. So most people will assume it's only the cover letter that needs to be tailored towards a specific advert. But normally both CV and cover letter have to match. So it means this person needs to always go back to that CV and the cover letter to ensure that it matches. So there's a way all those bits are crafted to increase also a person's chance to get into the interview stage. Yeah. Yeah.
Great, quite a lot there. So when it comes to increasing a successful job search, especially on CV writing services, how does corporate staffing services come in handy?
This is how we come in handy. So there are instances where so many people send applications. Let's give a good example. You're sending to the UN. A lot of people want to work for the UN. So chances are even the number of applicants are usually many. So there's a specific format that the UN experts will be able to approve. So that's usually an ATS-friendly CVs. So most people are usually not aware of this. So they'll just send a CV that has got a lot of errors, formatting is completely wrong, then it's not able to detect the right keywords. So we are able to create that visual effect so that a person even gets that outstanding formatting so that it matches what these other sectors are looking for. Because we already have that background, so when it comes to creating a format, we're able to create something that is more visually appealing, something that even increases a person's chances. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so that's number one. Then the other point would be this bit of highlighting the right skills and the right experiences. So most people also fall short on this because they might highlight the experience, but what they've shared there is not giving a detailed description of what they're doing. So maybe this person has done admin, but has also done finance. So the admin bit is the one outweighing the finance bit. Yet this person is targeting a finance role. So there's a way that bit needs to be tweaked so that it showcases that. Because when they get to that experience stage, recruiters only take a number of seconds to get to figure out. So if the role already states admin and then what has been brought out is admin, they'll be like, okay, why was this person even applying in the first place? Yeah. Then a person will start wondering like, oh, I'm not even getting feedback. It's all a matter of tailoring it to suit what they're looking for. So we here as the CV writing experts, we usually know what specific industries usually look for when it comes to sending applications. So we're able to tailor make all these bits so that it increases a person's chances of being called in. Because as you always say, the main purpose of a CV is to get you to that interview stage. So without the CV, there's no way they'll call you in without having a well-crafted document.
And it will definitely affect your job success.
Exactly, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you as well, Mary.
Indeed, having interacted with the different recruiters or employers across different industries, the CV writing team, they indeed understand what is expected in that CV to be able to sell you out for that opportunity interview that you are targeting. And that is why we encourage you to share with us your current up-to-date CV in the email address provided below so that the team will be able to reach out to you to review, just to advise on whether the CV as it is selling you out for the roles that you are targeting in order to be able to overcome or to avoid some of these CV blunders that we make that hinder our job search success. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.